Did you know that your imagination isn't just for dreaming? It's a tool to shape your reality. Let me show you how to use it to pull what you want into your life. This concept, called slides from Transurfing, is like creating a mental movie of the reality that you want and then living it before it shows up. Hi, my name is Heather, and I am your guide to bridge the gap between science and the mystical. If you're into that sort of thing, please follow for more. Today I'm reading chapter 44 from Transurfing, a practical course in creating your own reality in 78 days. Day 44, Slides. Principle. As a rule, people only take action within the limits of physical reality, guided by so-called common sense. This is not particularly effective. You now have a huge advantage. Once you start working with the metaphysical properties of reality, you can materialize whatever you intend. In order for a thought form to manifest in physical reality, you have to reproduce it systematically, running the goal slide through your mind. The picture of what your life would look like if you had already achieved your goal. Unlike useless dreaming that only occasionally comes into being, this is real work. Do the work and you will see the results. Interpretation. When you practice the visualization technique, the layer of your world shifts in the variance space to the sector in which your goal has been achieved. Do not think about how this happens. Your thoughts should be focused exclusively on the goal slide. In its own time, outer intention will open doors, real opportunities, the likes of which you could never have foreseen and would not have appeared if you had not worked with the slide. When you see that the goal is getting closer, your fears and doubts will vanish. Do not watch the slide from the outside like a film in the cinema. Live it, at least virtually. Pretend it is already happening. Imagine all sorts of new details. Don't let working with the slide become a burden or chore. Just take pleasure in envisioning the scene in which you have already achieved your goal. Of course, if your visualization is not very distinct, do not try too hard to make it clearer. Work on everything in your own way, however it comes. Most importantly, if you work on your slide systematically and enthusiastically, you can consider your goal already in the bag. I've got several videos back in my profile. You'd have to scroll back through. Some of them are in the Transurfing collection within my favorites, but I have talked in the past about slides. The idea of slides is like a PowerPoint slide, or you can think of old school film slides. And you're essentially building this visualization, this perceptualization about your goal of what you want. There are so many variants of this in terms of different thought leaders and wisdom holders, like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this, clear intention coupled with elevated emotion and visualizing that in the quantum field or in a meditative state to access it. The Transurfing vernacular, they use the variance space as the same thing or equivalent of the Akashic record or the quantum field, or Jose Silva uses this technique as well. He calls it mind mapping. So it's all kind of the same thing. It's basically like the timeline, the version of your reality that you desire is there in the quantum field, in the energy of infinite possibilities. So if you visualize that and you perceptualize that and you invite that in as being true and being real, then eventually your external reality, the universe answers, and your external reality will match your inner reality. So that's the idea of slides. And if you like this content, please go back and watch some other videos.